Of course, I started again. I don't know why I keep making this a habit. But I didn't do anything. This, what would I call it? This YouTube ad. It's the second time I'm seeing this. Either they're getting good or I'm getting lazy, one or the other. But recently I've been doing this watch YouTube ads all the way through, and they show 2 in a row. And some of them are interesting and some aren't, but sometimes I like to just see what they're running ads for. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, listen.
Cryptocurrency traders ourselves, we notice that it is still a...
Whoops. Hold on a second. I had to turn this on. Alright, I did it. I hope it'll still play.
to invest in this new digital economy. In order to effectively bridge the traditional world of finance with the new digital economy and achieve mass adoption, it needs to be easy to use for everyone. Therefore, we aim to improve the ins and outflows of this ecosystem in every conceivable way.
Like, some of this sounds like a load of crap, but some of it sounds good, and I'm trying to figure out which is which.
Knowledge every day, but they are not directly integrated with exchange platforms. So there exists a huge gap between where knowledge is being shared and where actual trading happens. We're solving this by integrating social media concepts with trading so that beginners can easily learn from experienced traders. And
like, social media concepts with trading makes me think you're on Twitter liking a profile, or you're liking a post, and you're trading. So the person's post that you're liking is giving you a little bit of value because you're promoting them, but you also give them a little bit of your value, depending on how much they value your input. No, wait. Did I do that backwards? Yeah, the only thing that... Sorry. The value being sent is only from the, say, producer or content creator. That's the value being created. When someone comes and likes it, that's where the exchange happens. Anyway, back to this more or less confusing
if you understand how things work,
commercial
you can
than
make
me.
better investment decisions. Therefore, we facilitate a knowledge-sharing community and allow users to follow and copy each other directly on the platform using our unique social trading features.
Like social trading.
In order to maintain a new ecosystem, liquidity is extremely important. You could see this as a flowing river. If the river dries up, fish cannot swim in it, and people cannot sail on it to trade with other people from different countries. At Blockport, we aggregate liquidity from external exchanges and offer this directly to our users. This way, we can always provide the best prices. Security is one of our core values. That's why we believe it's essential to shift from trusting companies to trusting a technology that everyone supports. We've seen a lack of simplicity.
I like that, trusting a technology everyone supports.
And investments with current services. That's why we are focusing on providing a transparent platform. We aim to become the go-to solution for people to manage their personal finance. In the future, Blockport will become a fully decentralized bank where people have complete autonomy over their funds.
Like, I don't know, I'm just curious what the layman's term.
Listen, how would you like to earn up to
Are you serious?
$997 per conversion and lifetime commissions? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can partner with me, and instead of trying to build your own
commissions?
online business, and unlike anything else you have ever seen before, I'm going to partner with you, and I'm going to plug you into my 8-figure business so that I make money.
Next, I want to show you this. C3 Nick made me aware that he has posted, he's gone to the sections in the Bob Way interview with Alex Cobb, and he's taken those certain sections, and then he's added these, and he's going to add more, so you know. But he's added certain questions like this one: does Ripple cover XRP volatility risk? How high does the XRP price need to be? But he does little videos like this that you can go and watch. And it's C3 Nick is his channel. If you want to go subscribe on YouTube. And like I said, he's going to be adding more of these, I think, today. Next, now I showed you a quote. Anthony Pompliano put this quote.
Yeah,
this is the actual video of Chairman Alan Greenspan when he says the United States can pay any debt. It has, because we can always print money to do that. I just thought every time I see that, it's really surreal to go and watch him say that.
It's ridiculous.
FRACTAL watch. And you can watch him say that. It's just so ludicrous. And it's really, it makes me kind of angry when I watch this kind of stuff, because this guy is a representative of the destruction of the average hardworking citizen's savings is what these type of bureaucrat government officials represent. They have destroyed our money, and it's awful. Okay, Uphold had posted this, and so I want to give them a shout out because they've been a friend of the XRP community. 1 year ago today, we became one of the first platforms to enable fiat to XRP. Since then, XRP has grown to be the second largest digital asset in USD value on Uphold. We appreciate the continued support of the XRP community. Join us today as we celebrate. And so these guys, just so you know, you can buy XRP directly from these guys. You can move it in and out of their exchange, and I definitely recommend them. It's uphold.com if you want to go and buy XRP or you just want to go open an account. Next, this was an interesting video that was posted a little bit ago today. Here's why one trader sees a Bitcoin revival on the way. I forget the guy's name, but this guy's one of the main traders that they talk to on the floor. Just about every day at the end of trading, they talk to this guy. And he said that he sees the around $4,000, $4,010 as the mark with Bitcoin, where if it gets up to around 4,040, he said he thinks it's going to break to around 4,400. And as we all know, Bitcoin seems to be leading the market no matter what it does these days, in the short run, that is. So this is worth a watch. Go to CNBC.com. You can check that out. Next, I got this from King Solomon at XRP_owl. Sent me this. India's federal bank to offer blockchain-based remittance solutions to NRIs. Now, I was going to go into the article and read a little bit of it to you, but then I saw that XRP researcher at XRP News _ had summarized it, which makes it easy for me. By the way, as a side note, for those of you that send me information, my favorite way to get information is if you send me a copy of the tweet that you did like this, where you've done a little write-up and then you've tweeted the article. That makes it very easy for me to add your tweet to my videos. That's the way I like to do it. But he says Federal Bank Limited is a major Indian commercial bank in the private sector, headquartered in Aluva, Kerala, having more than 1,000 branches and ATMs spread across different states in India. Now a Ripple partner. Regulations are coming. So this is now a Ripple partner, Federal Bank Limited. And finally, I want to show you this. Charles Hoskinson, who's the creator of Cardano, ADA, is visiting Wall Street apparently today. He said, hello, old friend. He's standing beside the bull. I've stood there before myself. And he tweeted out this picture, and he tweeted this picture, Dow Jones and Barron's. This is him in the news. He says he's in the News Corp building. But I wanted to tweet that because I thought it was funny. These people on Wall Street have no idea. This guy could be one of the most powerful people standing on that street in very short order, if not already, and they don't even know it. I'm a digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that Charles Hoskinson could easily be the most powerful man on Wall Street today. Thank you for listening.
Good morning. I am heading out to go spearfishing. I just got everything loaded up and
Salt life?
I'm really excited because this is the first time in a while over the past 2 months that I've just had a weekend kind of to myself, and I'm able to get out there and do whatever without a time restraint. So I'm just planning to go spearfishing and stock up on some meat. So right now I am trying to make flashers so that I can use them spearfishing today. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I think it'll work. Got some silver ones.
What?
Some blue. They're old CDs I just cut up. And I'm going to try to zip tie them and then use this on my trout line. Put a weight at the bottom and attach it to a float. So what I did was just use a pair of scissors, cut up some old CDs. Sorry, Tim Keller. That's probably a good one. So I'm just taking my drill and I am making 2 holes. One there, one at the bottom. The one at the bottom is just to keep them together. Here is my finished product. I just have a little weight at the bottom. And
for the bait.
6 flashers. And I left one open in the middle.
Got it.
Debating on whether I'm going to try chumming or not. But if I wanted to, I'm just going to put a mullet on there and split the belly and get some set in the water. I tried to alternate some of the colors.
Interesting. I like what they're doing here.
I think it's going to draw some attention.
I'm not exactly sure what
I made my own flashers today, so it was kind of last minute. I thought about it last night. No dog shops were open. I'm gonna give it a shot and just see if I can actually
Sorry.
And see if I can have anything swim up.
Whoa, she's going all out. That's crazy. Spearfishing? Yo. I need to go spearfishing. That looks great. Yes.
So it got pretty rough out there. Hate cleaning the triggers, but I had to shoot him. He was right on my flashers, so I was just really excited that it was bringing some in. So I shot him, and it was a good day. I wish the conditions weren't the way they were, but it happens, and I made the best of it. So I'm just gonna head home, clean up, and start making some dinner.
That is so cool. Dude, sign me up. As I skip ahead.
What is going on, everyone in the XRP community? Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic
going
Thursday today.
on?
I know I am, because the news, the first day this week, we're actually having some very, very interesting information today. And also, not only that, but it's also like information. It's real information with a bit of a speculative side to it. So that's why today's news I'm really stoked for. I think my mic volume seems like way too loud. Just tone it back a bit. Alright, I think that is better. Okay. What is going on, Bradley? MK Bear, Simon Con, Marcus Hart, Mr. Page, Dash Burning, Christian Burke, Performance Set Dogs, Reggie Grammy, JBG, S. Loop Man, We Fly High, Chris Chelsea, Chris Chesa, Grind 666, nice name, man. Farshad Rouhani, Jake Roberts, Alex H, Master Chief, XRP World, Dutch Crypto Investor, Rennie 1976, hey, birthday from the Netherlands, what's going on? Crypto User, XRP Yoda, Yoga stream yesterday, hashtag oh yeah, it was definitely a fun stream, thank you. Emil, Locus Free, Marcin, Kathleen, Killing De Bruyne, GXRP, Maxim, Mr. B, Moneybag, ATI Insider, Rust Raiders, oh man, hey, thank you. Alter Goldstein, Leon Roast, 9 volts. What is going on, everyone? Tune in the stream today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to smash the likes on the way. It does help out the channel a ton. But yeah, we got some cool stuff today, guys. We got some cool stuff today, guys. I'll tell you what. I think PayPal. You gotta listen to this clip they have from this like FIFA concert or whatever. No, that's FIFA. It's like FIF 2019 or whatever. So that conference where Brad Garlinghouse actually was on stage with the PayPal CEO. I want you guys to know that actual video isn't available. That video is 100% not available to the public, and to get like actual access to watch the interview of Brad Garlinghouse and the PayPal CEO, you actually have to prove that you attended the conference, and they'll only let you watch it if you're already there physically. So basically, none of us were able to watch the video, but we do have a little clip that kind of sneaked out, which is PayPal talking about digital assets and blockchain. And it sounds a lot like Ripple and XRP. I'll tell you what, it sounds a lot like XRP. So that is one of the things we got in the pipeline for today's news. David D, great stream yesterday. Thank you so much, David. Not really do that. Bob Way stream was crazy. Oh yes, man, it was definitely insane. Definitely insane. I've got actually a list pulled up right here of all like the breadcrumbs I really thought were significant. And the fact that like SBI, they're actively working with Ripple on setting up corridors, and that once the price of XRP moved, all of a sudden all these banks are XRP. And we got another part of XVIA being built. Ripple talking to a lot of high tier bankers, how that spreads out by word of mouth to the rest of the financial ecosystem. Man, that was that. I mean, we got so much insight on that day. It's like my perception hasn't like changed on XRP. It's just like my perception a little bit. It's just a tad different, So, I thank you so much. Good to see you keeping us updated and healthy. Awesome, man. Thanks so much, Calvin, for the $2 contribution, man. Thank you very much. And Calvin, I hope you didn't take it personal, but your question was ignored yesterday. I think you understand why. PayPal is partnered with MoneyGram, and MoneyGram is partnered with Ripple. I don't think PayPal's partnered with MoneyGram necessarily. I mean, obviously the two endpoints, like you have a PayPal consumer want to send money to a MoneyGram consumer, like obviously that transaction's gonna be able to go through. But partner, I don't know. Either way, it's mostly all just really good news today, which is a little bit of speculation on PayPal. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna show you guys a full-on clip of where they're talking about digital assets and using it in cross-currency transactions. I mean, they know in the back of their mind they're talking about XRP. They know it. Farshad Rouhani, thank you so much, man, for the $10 contribution, my man. You were awesome. Great show with Bob Q with the Braver. You got it, Farshad. Thank you so much. And yeah, Bob, you did a fantastic job on the stream. I mean, that stream couldn't have gone any better. I was sitting there all morning with the jitters like crazy, thinking of possibly everything that could have gone wrong in terms of technicalities with the stream. And basically, that whole stream, like Bob couldn't see me because at the very beginning, like 2 minutes before we're about to go live, I get a technical difficulty. And basically, it was like Bob couldn't see me, so I was like, all right, Bob, you're trying to like listen in or whatever. So, and honestly, it couldn't have gone any better. Thank you so much, Farshad, for the support, man. All right, oh my gosh. Calvin, thank you so much, man. I did feel like I did get like partner or whatever, so I don't know what's going on with that. We're not really a politics stream. We are the XRP stream. All right, if one of those companies, A, is working with company B, B is partnered with C, therefore A is partnered with C, not the same thing. Yeah, that kind of speculation, that's kind of way in the past for me. I don't really take things like that, I don't really look at things that way anymore. I mean, when you first get into the space, you really just assume that, really, with any sort of partnership, if A is working with B, that means, like, no, if A is working with B, B is working with C, it means A and C working together. That kind of thing. It's really, again, it's not a realm of possibilities here, but it's, again, speculation. But either way, the way I think about it, it's like every single company in the world is going to tap into Ripple somehow. Because the current system is just so inefficient, it makes no sense, and it's just such a dated process. I mean, you're talking like we implemented this process back when telegraphs were still being used. Telegraphs. We're using technology from when telegraphs were still used. All right. David D. Bobway is real insight, not imaginary speculation from cartoon players. That's what I really love the most about it, is that it's somebody from actually behind the scenes, literally actually behind the scenes, and is able to just give us insights and perceptions on different topics. That is just, I am one, so grateful, and also at the same time astonished, because that was insane. That was insane. Was the Bob stream the most views you've ever gotten? No. I thought it was maybe gonna be like crazy, but like it just got like crazy. So, but yeah, I've got videos with other views and stuff. But again, at the same time, those have been out for like years and years. So maybe over time, what I would like to see is if over time, like as developments come out, we'll kind of like reference back to the Bob interview, go, hey, kind of hint to that just a little bit, or just things like that. I feel like in the future, it might be looked on upon as like a historical artifact of like, man, these guys were talking about it. There's a whole community around it talking about this thing before it blew up. So I think that's gonna be neat. Because one thing that happens, let's say if XRP in the future it goes bonkers, prices going crazy, people are gonna want to learn about the history of the currency and the community and whatnot, right? So that's where I can definitely see people frequently in the future consistently coming back and referring to that video again when the information rises. All right, DeFi, great job yesterday, Alex. Sometimes it's easy to forget you were like 19 years old, which is a testament to your maturity. You're smart, man. Thanks so much, DeFi. Really appreciate the support. Mr. B, part 2. I would only ask again if like the price and the market is like completely different than it is now, because like he kind of covered like basically everything we really wanted to talk about. So honestly, I think me and him we talked, we're pretty good friends. So I mean, honestly, I think if I was gonna have him on again, I'd probably wait until the XRP price. Is it just basically if it was to happen again, I'd want the market scenario to be different, so we're talking about something new. That's where it's like we have a little celebration. Hey, now we're at a certain price threshold. So pretty cool. Wait, huh? Oh, okay, yeah, Keisha, I know what you're saying. Yeah, 3 people in live chat for 2018 conference. Yeah, the last Swell event, that was like the all-time like biggest stream ever. That was like nothing is ever gonna beat that. I think I almost hit 4,000 confirmed viewers live at once. It was freaking insane. Okay, so Darren Corin asks, will be futures to go live at about 4 a.m. PST tomorrow? You think any good will come from it? Also, the Indian Supreme Court meets tomorrow about crypto regulation. So the futures, here's the thing: the futures are kind of a double-edged sword because yeah, it allows you to go long in XRP, but at the same time allows for shorts. And also, just quick side note, the XRP to Bitcoin shorts. Or no, the XRP to Bitcoin longs, like long contracts, have literally tripled in the last month, by the way. But either way, do I think anything's gonna come out of Will be launching the futures contracts? Probably not. It kind of seems like in these stagnant bear markets, there's actually some argument saying that we're in a bull market right now, which is actually, it sounds like BS when you look into it. It's like it's actually a bull market. So what was I talking about? Completely forgot. Oh yeah, so the Will be futures. Basically in these kind of when we're in what I like to call kind of a slump, where we're not really going down, but we're not really going up, and we're just staying sideways. Like during these slumps, it really takes something to move the price of XRP. That's what I've noticed. In bull markets, dude, just the width of some sort of speculation or theory can skyrocket the price like 3x. It's crazy what can happen during the bull market. But what I consider is when we're in these kind of slumps in the market, it really takes a lot to move the price. Like it used to be exchange listings actually pump the price of XRP, but that's really not the case anymore. And it kind of lines along with what David Schwartz is saying. It seems like people are kind of betting on this space as a whole and not really just individual projects. That's why like most people talk to invest in multiple currencies. So honestly, the futures contracts, sure, it's like another product built around XRP, but I'm not gonna be expecting really anything from it because I mean, it's futures contracts. I mean, but what's the greatest it's really gonna do? All right, he was very open and sincere. Yes, he definitely was. Very much appreciate that. Yeah, the market's boring right now. Boring. I wouldn't say boring. I would just say a little bit kind of because I've noticed this week like the news has been really dry. I mean, the news has been really dry this week, and today is like the first day this week where like the information is actually like really worth going over, right? Like Tuesday we did more kind of like an open discussion about like my theory and stuff, things like that. But what do you call it? Like today is the actual first day of this week where we have information that's actually like exciting. So that's some cool stuff to go over today. So a little bit lower head count than usual. I guess when Bob's not here, people are going screw the stream. I'm just kidding. But anyways, we got just over 400 people in the stream. Make sure do smash and destroy that like button. It seriously helps out the channel more than you expected. Helps out the channel a ton. So we'll give the stream about 5 more minutes here, then we'll go ahead and get to the awesome news that we have to go over today. All right, and we got Anthony Jackson. Thanks so much, man, for the 1 XRP contribution, and Philly the Kid for the 5 XRP contribution, man. Thank you guys so much for contributing to the XRP ledger. Very much appreciate it. Yahoo opening up their own crypto exchange is huge. What? So it's Tao, Yahoo backed Tao exchange. Japan, home to one of the world's largest cryptocurrency user bases, is set to experience 2 high-profile exchange launches this spring that could boost the prospects to last much further in the powerhouse ecosystem. Now, to say that one new exchange is going to like boost the prospects to last much further, that's a bit of a reach. That's a bit of a reach. But either way, though, I think that's kind of neat how more traditional companies are running step in. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I did not know about that. But that's interesting. Definitely interesting. But I'm a little more excited about the news we got today because it's a little more compelling than Yahoo. All right, Chase Simpson, thank you so much, my man, for the 15.89 contribution. You are amazing. Thank you so much for your support, Chase. Didn't want to donate yesterday to interrupt the phenomenal interview, but great job yesterday. Yeah, I do apologize, guys, for everybody that contributed to the stream yesterday. At the very end of the stream, I kind of went back and gave a shout out.
Chick knows what she's doing.
What I didn't want to do is there's no way I'd be able to interrupt them. Every time a donation came in, that would just the stream wouldn't be as good of a stream. So I do apologize. I hate ignoring donations, but like I'm not going to interrupt like one of the guys who were at the very early stages of Ripple's giving us insights. So I do apologize about that. But thank you so much, Chase, for your $16 contribution, man. Really do appreciate it. GXRP, PayPal, Ripple. Oh, you're not kidding though. So you're saying like PayPal and Ripple's like a real thing? Okay, Ripple News. Ripple works indirectly with PayPal because German HSBC and Zoom as strategic customers. Well, yeah, it's from a while ago, so we know that HSBC and Zoom are clients from that one CIB document. It's no secret that Zoom is owned by PayPal, therefore accurate. Oh, okay, so I get what you're saying here. Yeah, so there's this one document from Darren Moore, or no, XRP, yeah, Darren Moore, I'm pretty sure, and it says that Ripple actually is a partner with Zoom, and Zoom is owned by PayPal, so it's therefore like an indirect kind of indirect relationship there.
Curious what this
check Swift tweet
is about.
Pretty funny to know how the reason Swift started cheap out because Bob scared the living hell out of him. Because they're going, wait, what? We have cross currency settlement instantly at low cost. Heck no, we can't.
For unconventional leaders.
I blame the tech with on them because it's in their best interest to stop the word XRP being spread. Oh, so Swift is having their own forum right now, apparently.
Be good if there was a
really
darker,
delivering a fast and
contrasting background.
Fast and frictionless? Are you kidding me? Come on, you can't just lie to a crowd of people like that. Delivering a fast and frictionless payment experience. All right, I don't think I'm the right person to be judging here, but I don't think Swift API is frictionless. All right, that's a little bit of a reach there. Ripple XRP, that's true frictionless right there. With actually a full just atomic settlement where everything just happens in one go, right? But yeah, Swift. Okay. But anyways, what was their tweet that you saw?
I like this. All right, let's go to YouTube. Building something. 9 hours ago.
So this is unplanned, unscripted, everything else in here, my cup of coffee, about to dig into some work, and I've been really inspired by Calvin Wayman, who has been documenting his process of building something for the past couple of years, and I primarily on this channel post videos from my podcast and Unsung Hero series, different interviews that I do, but I wanted to start just a little informal vlog, and I know that's not even new, like a whole vlog. I'm late to the ball game, it's 2019, but whatever, the party's still going on. Hopefully, doing this will keep me a little bit more accountable of showing up to you, and then also document my journey to building something. And I keep doing this, because what I mean by building something, not everybody is an entrepreneur. Some people have side hustles they're building, or they're wanting to build a personal brand, maybe a nonprofit, or they're just wanting to put their work out there in some way. So whatever that something is, I think we all face some of the same hurdles and struggles to build that. So I think I'm going to call this building something, because that's what I'm doing. And then two, I think when you feel called to do something greater, sometimes you don't know what that is off the bat. And people get, and I know I have to, gotten really discouraged because they think, oh, I need to have everything figured out. I need to know exactly who I want to become and what I want to build in order to do it. And yeah, clarity is a pretty big deal, but I don't think you become clear until you start taking a lot of action. You realize what you like, what you don't like, etc. So all that to say, I just want to start sharing a little bit of my own journey and kind of documenting the process, just to kind of give a baseline for who I am and where I'm at. If you don't already know, again, I host a podcast. That is my passion project right now. And it's not so much podcasting. I just think, first of all, I'm really passionate about the subject matter that we talk about, unconventional leadership. But I think podcasting is just an incredible tool to connect with people in a unique way. Because if you hear their voice, you feel like you know them. I know podcasting, listening to other podcasts has been really beneficial to me. So all that to say, that's my main thing. And even though that's my main thing, that's not how I make money. I know that's a surprise to everybody. Podcasting, you don't make money for unless you have sponsors. And really, that's not enough to live off unless you are this crazy huge show and so forth. But for us little folks, you can make money in sponsors, but it's not like a way of life. So you have to think of other creative ways. Now you can build your email list through podcasting. You can sell your products on podcasting or advertise for them. So it can be like an indirect way to make money, but it's not necessarily a direct source of income. So you gotta be creative and figure out how you are gonna make money. So right now what I've been doing is I've been working one-on-one with multiple people, primarily on their content marketing plans. So all the way from producing other shows to helping people launch things to social media plans, and just all the things content marketing. What's really hard about that is people get super burnt out with it because it's really hard and it takes a lot of time. You don't really see a lot of results, especially off that. So that's an interesting little market. But I've been really interested in how to find other products and things, services that I could do that is a little more scalable. So that's what I've been experimenting with this year. Name my chair, super squeaky. This is real. I have a membership site, the Content Lab, where I work one-on-one with people who don't necessarily want to hire someone full-on or work with me one-on-one but can still benefit from a group setting. So that's cool. And then I'm working on a course at the moment for podcasting, distribution specifically, repurposing podcasts. And that's what I have going. So this is, again, just going to be raw and unedited. I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to share with you once a week where I'm at, what I'm working on.
Interesting. See, I've always wondered about the whole editing thing. And I've never really been a fan of it. Interesting. What else is here?
On the Capacity Summit. She is coming all the way from Canada, and we were just talking about Tim Hortons coffee. I've got to bring that up every time I talk to a Canadian. But I'm so excited to connect with her because I ran across her YouTube channel, which I'll have that linked up. And she just has some incredible content on there, but the one that caught my attention was, of course, the one on imposter syndrome. She was gracious enough to join us today. So, Julia, thank you so much. We just kind of fill in the gaps a little bit. Let us know about your practice and what you do.
So glad to be here, Heather. I say sometimes I live under a psychology-shaped rock because things are happening in the world, and I'm like, what's going on? What's happening? Which is maybe not a great thing all the time, but yeah. I'm always listening and consuming and researching things about psychology and the human psyche and why we do what we do and how we do it, and just I'm so fascinated by it and I love it. So I feel grateful that I get to do it for a job, and I have my baby on my lap here, so not napping. Gonna stay quiet while we're having this conversation.
She's good.
But yeah, so I feel just so grateful that I get to do it for a job. I lead courses and coaching groups. I talk about things like anxiety and perfectionism and boundaries and leadership and performance, and like all of these things a lot of times really have a lot to do with. I call it imposter phenomenon, but then I get to go into the 80s song that goes something like phenomenon. Because imposter phenomenon, imposter syndrome, it's kind of potato. But yeah, a lot of times these things play into it. And so then in my private practice as a counselor and then as a coach in the groups that I do and some of the courses that online courses that I teach, I work a lot with I call it heart-centered go-getters. So people who are smart and motivated and want big things in life, but oftentimes leave with their heart and maybe even get stuck in the details or stuck in preventing themselves from upsetting anyone or putting anybody off, and really being relationship focused, but it can sometimes be too extreme so that it can get in their way and make them doubt themselves or make them put themselves back or make them kind of get stuck in things like fear and anxiety or not feeling good enough, not feeling like they qualify, which is the underlying thing of imposter syndrome is who am I? So that is in kind of a nutshell is what I do. I say that I help men and women get through the crap that's holding them back.
I love that. How often does this
that is great.
phenomenon come up with your clients?
Quite a bit actually. It's usually the interesting thing in the psychology field. I guess no, it's not just in the psychology field. It's in any field, but it's been studied in psychology that usually the more you know, the more you realize how much you don't know, and the more you sort of feel underqualified to be doing what you're doing. So it's usually the most qualified people who feel the most underqualified because they realize that they know so much, but the more you know, the more you realize what you don't know. And so you start to feel like, I don't know everything, so who am I to be doing this work? Who am I to be in this position? Who am I to be leading these people? Who am I to be at this level?
It's so interesting. That's fascinating to me. So how would you define imposter syndrome or phenomenon? How do you personally define that?
Well, I think it's any time you find yourself in a place, in a position where you start to really doubt yourself. You start to really think, like, the big kind of imposter syndrome question is why me? You know, why me? Why, like, I'm just me. And we all just sort of feel that way, like, I'm just me. I'm just this normal person. Who am I to be in this role? Who am I to be leading people? Who am I to be, at this level? And why do I deserve it?
What is that?
Of course, there's a big garbage truck right outside.
Okay.
It's too hot to close the windows if you're having a bit of a heat wave.
This is real life. I love authentic interviews. It's real. So.
I love authentic.
That's true. I know you're probably gonna like this question because you're a therapist, and therapists like breaking things down. So my question to you is, let's kind of dig into that even more and get into the root of imposter syndrome. What do you see at the core of it?
Perfectionism.
Okay.
So perfectionism is a derivative of anxiety.
This,
kind of another word.
I think, I don't know if it helped me, but I actually came up with something that I could be perfect at, and that I was allowed to celebrate. It was, and I may have mentioned this before, but it's writing a tweet for maybe half an hour to an hour, saying exactly what you wanted to say, and exactly, was it 240? Whatever the maximum is, you basically write as much as you can in the best way possible in exactly 240 characters. To me, that's when I then give myself permission to say, okay, that's something you can be perfect at. Sometimes I really strive for it, sometimes I don't. But I think it's important to be able to trick yourself, and that, yes, people like to be perfect and they strive for it, but they also know it's impossible. But if you can kind of give yourself a treat, or give yourself a treat along the way, I guess is how I would describe it, then that may help you relax the reins on other things, and you just kind of take it as it comes, and you don't try to be perfect with it because you've gotten the treats every now and then. That's actually...
and trying to hustle to prove ourselves, prove our worth. And it comes down to, we're going really deep. It's anxiety, but it also comes down to sort of a lot of like those existential questions of being. Like, who am I, and what makes me matter, what makes me count. A lot of it can come from being driven hard as children, pushed hard without a lot of praise, without a lot of recognition. So it almost feels like no matter what you do, it's not good enough, it doesn't qualify, it doesn't count. So, and it's interesting that, I think that I'm getting all Freudian on you in the formative years in our childhood. And I'm not a huge Freudian, other than, what Freud talks about, about how a lot of who we become as adults and how we show up as adults is a response to things that we learn as children and stuff we went through in our formative years. And that's why they're called our formative years, because a lot of that is forming who we are and how we approach the world and how we see ourselves. And so, so when we have that kind of, that when we're being pushed and not being praised and not being recognized, then I feel like it doesn't count, or it's not good enough, or I don't count, or I'm not good enough to be here. I think it comes from a general sense, I think, of just feeling not good enough for whatever reason, whatever you went through that gave you that sort of underlying belief. I think we all have it to a certain extent. We all kind of question, like, do I count? Am I worthy? Am I significant? Do I matter?
I had a professor tell me that once. He said he believed all of it was, the root of it was a sense of worthiness and love and acceptance of almost anything. That's just fascinating. Can you maybe share about a time you felt this way? Have you struggled with that with your business and your practice and all the stuff that you do?
Heather, all the time. All the days. Not every single day, but I think that I think a lot of people kind of go through this, where one day you'll feel like, like, I got going on, I know what I'm doing, I worked hard to get here, and I deserve to be here. And then there's other days where you're like, what the heck? Like, when is it gonna be up? When I see that I'm just this, like, mom of three, some days, lots of days coming apart at the seams, it's messy, it's chaotic, it's kind of crazy, kind of, trying to figure it all out, and I'm like, who am I? And why do I deserve to be in this position? And I don't know anything. And other days I feel like, we're doing it, it's great, it's kind of, coming together, I'm kind of keeping it together.
No, I'm with you. I say all the time, my husband's so patient, because one day I'll be like, yes, I'm so confident. The next day I'll be like, what am I doing with my life?
Like, I'm amazing. I am terrible.
Exactly. So tell us, what are just some, maybe stuff that you've used, some things that you recommend to kind of help people process through this? And I know you can't necessarily ever get over it, but work through it where it doesn't cripple you.
I think, gratitude.
Oh, that's good.
Absolutely gratitude. Whenever I go into a place of like, who am I to be doing this, and why do I deserve this? I'm like, I don't necessarily deserve this. But I'm so grateful that the work that I've done and the commitment that I've had and the dedication that I've put in has led me to where I am. Like, I'm so grateful because I know that that's not a given. There's a lot of people that work really hard, don't necessarily always, reach their goals or get the things that they want. And so I'm like, I'm grateful. Or other things in their lives come up that kind of derail them, and they're not able. They don't have the freedom. Actually, don't have the freedom to go for some of the things that they want. And so, I'm grateful that I get to be doing what I'm doing. So I turn that self-doubt, I turn that feeling like an imposter, I turn that kind of freak out into gratitude and just really being present with where I'm at and allowing myself to be present with that.
I love that little baby voice. That's so good, Julia. Thank you. Before our last question, where can people connect with you online? I'm definitely going to have your YouTube channel linked up. You get some incredible content on there. But what else do you have going on?
Yeah, thanks. Well, there's a lot of places. I've got my website is juliakristina.com. I'm on Facebook. I've got a really vibrant Facebook page. I'm really connected and just a really supportive community. I have a Facebook group as well called KrisTinaGroup.com. But also just my Facebook page is a really vibrant kind of community on there. Another way to stay connected if people want, I have a mindfulness exercise. So learning how to be kind of more present and mindful, and I guess that was the other thing I was going to say about countering those thoughts and those beliefs about not being good enough or not qualifying. Who am I? Is just really learning how to acknowledge those as just thoughts. Those are just thoughts, and we all kind of have all kinds of thoughts all the time. But we decide which ones that we want to give weight to. We decide which ones we're going to keep around and sort of let be there. And so learning how to decide the ones that are serving and helpful to keep around versus not necessarily keeping around the ones that aren't quite as serving or helpful. And so I found the work that I do with myself and the work that I do with clients and with people that are taking my courses, I teach a lot about mindfulness, and that's just a fancy way of saying getting present and being present with what is, and just without attaching a bunch of judgment, without criticizing, just sort of being present with ourselves and acknowledging what is, and not creating a bunch of stories and a bunch of unhelpful narratives or meaning around the things in our lives or that come into our lives. And so mindfulness is huge, learning how to just notice our thoughts as thoughts, and then learning how to even unattach from them. Like being able to see that, like, oh, this isn't, I'm having this thought that I'm not good enough, and then I don't count and I don't qualify. It's a thought. Right. It's a thought that I'm having. I notice I'm having this thought. Yeah. And sometimes just learning how to notice our thoughts as thoughts helps us unattach from them. Does that make sense when I say unattach? Yeah. Just not clinging so tightly like this is the gospel. This is true.
Absolutely.
We're saying, like, it's not necessarily true. It's a thought that I'm having right now, and you can use this with most of the thoughts that we're having, and really kind of practice noticing our thoughts. And so I have a little audio exercise in mindfulness. If people want to grab that, I can give you the link for that.
Please. All of that will be linked up. So definitely, that's wonderful. Thank you.
My favorite one it's one that I actually an audio that I recorded and then just sort of give to people as a really, it's actually a really powerful exercise to help us learn how to become less sort of in our thoughts and attached to our thoughts and swirling in our thoughts and obsessing with our thoughts, because you're overthinking.
I know, I'm going to grab that. I'm getting in your Facebook group too. So you'll see Heather Parody on there. But our very last question is, why does any of this even matter? Why does it matter that we push through this fear, this anxiety? Why? Why are we even talking about this?
Good question. I think it's why we have any kind of conversation about our mental wellness, about our psyche, about our well-being, because we want to be present. And I guess it comes back to mindfulness too. About, we spend so much of our lives going from one thing to the next, and having these thoughts and these ideas. And when I say ideas, I'm not saying great ideas, but ideas about, who we are, or where, what we're allowed to do, and who we're allowed to be, and what we're allowed to want, and, goals we're allowed to accomplish. We have all these ideas and these judgments, and oftentimes they're not all that helpful, they're not all that serving, they're not all that useful. Yeah. And so learning how to just notice the things that are getting in our way, and I guess we come full circle. That's really what I help teach people, is how to get through the crap that's holding me back. So how to see that, like, is this crap that's holding me back? Yeah. And are these things really getting in my way, preventing me from liking myself and my life? Yeah. And, it's not about life just being sunshine and roses and rainbows all the time. That's not what it is, but it's like this journey of growth and learning. And it's exciting. It's exciting to learn and grow and to, learn how to get ourselves back up when we fall flat on our face. Yeah. And learn, I talk a lot too about resilience, because, I wanted to do a PhD in mental toughness because it's hard to get your butt kicked, your emotional butt kicked. And I'm like, okay, I don't ever want to get my emotional butt kicked again. So how do you become more mentally tough? But then sort of realize that mental toughness is not about not getting knocked down. It's about developing resilience to get ourselves back up, because we can't turn off our emotions. I mean, we can't selectively numb. You can't numb out the bad and not also numb out the good. I mean, people try, numb out.
Sounds like she read Brene Brown, or Dr. Brene Brown.
Sort of sit in a bit of that discomfort and let it pass. It's about just learning how to be present in our process and not getting ourselves so all of these things. Yeah, that's real. Yeah, and just learning how to, so being resilient is about getting knocked down, and it's about, I can't, if you're going to show up in life and not under the influence, like if you're not going to be like on drugs or alcohol or whatever, if you're not going to be, patting yourself in those ways, you're going to get your butt kicked. That's it. It's going to hurt. And, things are going to bring you to your knees. Life's going to get tough and things are going to get hard. And the only way to prevent that is to just not show up in life. That's it. And so, when we're showing up, we're going to get our butts kicked. And so learning how to get back up and learning how to become, more bouncy. Right. That's so good. Julia, thank you so much. It's been incredible. Thanks for your time.
Tinsley from Augusta, Georgia. I'm the owner of Field Indie Beauty Store and Brand. As an entrepreneur, I was really impacted by Yana Blankenship of Captain Blankenship, which is a plant-based, all-natural skincare line. And I've been using her products well before I started my own skincare line, Field. But she used to make scents, and so she started making just natural scents that didn't have any synthetic fragrances way before anybody else was doing it. And I actually have one of my favorite scents of hers, Mantra. And so she carved the little logo and then painted on it, which is very primitive and very kind of home-based business. And I was buying her products when she was doing that. And now she's pretty big. She's in all the major indie beauty stores. When I started my business, I posted something, tried to engage on Instagram with her. I was upstairs at our house. I even remember the moment. It's kind of like one of those moments you remember for the rest of your life. And I read her comment on one of my posts. It was so early on into my business. And I ran downstairs and I leapt up and down to my husband. I said, Yonder Blankenship just commented on my post, and even though that's such a little tiny thing, and it took so little time at first to do that, it meant so much to me. And so just know that, when you're engaging, do it in a genuine way, do it in a meaningful way, because that does mean a lot, and it goes a long way to someone who's just starting out, to have that engagement with someone who they look up to. It means a lot more to them than it does to you, but they keep that with them and hopefully use that in their own career.
Definitely have been there before.
To have Bryan Elliott with us. He is the host of Behind the Brand and just putting out some incredible content. And I've just been consuming your stuff over the past few months, Bryan. So I'm just so honored to have you here today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Now, just give us a little backstory. You ended up quitting your job at Universal Studios. How many years ago was that?
That was going on 11 years. I was at Universal Pictures Home Entertainment Division. In that company, there's basically 3 divisions. There's the theme park people that run all the rides. I was not part of that. Then there's the theatrical division that was responsible really for getting people to go out and see the movies. And I was in the home entertainment side, which really was on the video on demand, DVD, sales, and marketing team, which really made all the money back from the studio. So we were definitely the good guys. We were the cash cow for the studio, making all that money back after we spent it on theatrical. So it was fun times. I had the studio's money to spend. I had a budget like $40 million a year. It was just crazy. We were, at the time, there's a new show called Survivor on, right?
Oh yeah.
And we were buying, upfront TV on some of the biggest networks on prime time, doing outdoor billboard campaigns, radio, internet, anything you could do with advertising dollars and PR dollars we were doing. So it was tons of fun, but I also had a chance to walk the red carpet with movie stars, and then I got my chance to go kind of behind the camera a little bit and get a taste of production, and that's where I really got the bug to want to do my own thing, and it's inevitably what landed me here and what I'm doing now in production.
It seems like almost like an ideal job. I mean, the scenario that you were just painting for me just seems like a dream, and yet there was something else that was kind of pulling at you to take a huge risk, because, correct me if I'm wrong, you were married and did you have kids at the time as well?
Oh yeah, at the time we had 3 young kids, and I loved my job. I look back on those times with really great memories. I learned a ton. But there were some things that I wanted to do differently. Part of the challenge of working for someone else, right, is I just sort of live by the rules and the parameters. There's a whole corporate culture, and actually it was pretty healthy, dynamic, fun culture there. But I wanted to do more,
right.
So I kind of felt like I had
but
done some really great things there. I had learned kind of everything that I was going to learn, and then I was sort of on.
Yep. So after watching this with Bryan Elliott, very good. I'm trying to, how do I say this? A must watch if you're interested in embracing your vulnerability so you can make connections with like-minded people. Yeah, that was good. This is what... Alright, so that was that. Heading out again. Oh, and you're back. So kind of you to drop in on us. So, with any good hashtag that I conjure up, I'm not sure where I get it, but I get it. I think I need to turn that on the computer. So basically, I've been having this thought that it would behoove me to treat my digital asset bags, as you may refer to or now understand that's what they're called, your investment portfolio from crypto, I guess they're just called bags. Basically, I want to treat that as my plan B. And because I have such a strong opinion about the long-term success of that investment, it's almost opened my mind to being able to afford to think differently. And I use the word afford on purpose because it has to do with money. And I think once I figured out what money can be, well, first I figured out what money was, and then I learned about Bitcoin, and now I figured out what money can be. And I guess that's kind of what puts me in this predicament, or this, basically, as long as the digital asset economy keeps making developments, I don't really care what my crypto investments are doing, because it's going up. It's almost guaranteed. And it's not always good to talk like that, but that's why it's my plan B. So I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. I'm trying to teach people what money can be. First, they need to know what money is. Then they need to know what Bitcoin is. And then they can learn what money can be. That's my plan B. And actually, that might make more sense if I were to say that. First, you learn what money is. Then you learn about both Bitcoin and Bitcoin. First you learn what money is. Then you learn about the Bitcoins. Then you learn about Bitcoin. Only after that will you know what money can be. Whew! I like that. As long as it keeps me smiling at my bags, the development in this ecosystem is going to be nuts. But first you learn what money is. Then you learn about Bitcoin. Only after that will you know what money can be. My crypto plan B. Crypto's my plan B. Is that confusing? Maybe? I don't know. Only after that will you know what money can be. Crypto's my plan B. Crypto plan B. I don't know. I guess I'll start with it. Or something. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Who can help Trouty out? Racking? Racking my mind. I think that's how you spell it. I guess we'll find out. Racking my mind to come up with a value add. Racking my mind to come up with a value add. and still drawing a blank. But I have no plans to stop trying. what I was doing. I had to make an edit, so it's going to be a little weird up until here. I actually forgot I was recording, so I hope I didn't say anything out loud that I might regret later. Yeah, those things annoy me. Oh, him. Oh. What is she up to? You're down. Stand up. Seems to me that Apple is claiming credit. I gotta start dinner. Scheiße. Alright. Peace out. I think this is the last one. Or the end. Back. Good night.